right. All righty now. Big Boy TV, ladies and gentlemen. First, I want to welcome everybody. And now we got to kind of get a build up. And for anybody that's listening right now, my man Fuzzy's downstairs. He's coming upstairs. So I don't know if we have anybody that can bring Fuzz up. You know, Diana, can you go get Fuzzy? Yeah, man. You have a key? You have a fob to get up? Oh, she got fobs to the building and everything, man. Right. So what we're going to do, man, we have like kind of an open discussion. And anytime when you see these, you know, top 5 and best ofs and Mount Rushmores and things like that, I think it really starts and it sparks, you know, a conversation. Yep. Yeah. And they have a who's the best rapper, who's the best female rapper list. There's 25 names on here. And I think that really when you come to see stuff like Billboard or you see other outlets do things like this is from Billboard. I think that they really start to do these things so we can have this conversation.
It's like Billboard staff. You know what I mean? So right. It's just the staff at Billboard.
and there's some great names on here. Now I'm going to go in order and I'm not going to continue to keep going in order. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I'll go ahead and I'll go in order. All righty. So should we start at number 25?
Wait, and this is the best female rapper of all time.
Right. Yeah. So we're going with who's the best female rapper. Yeah. All righty. Now, Tierra Whack comes in at 25.
Tierra.
Doechii at 24.
Crazy.
Gangsta Boo, 23. Lady of Rage, 22. Hey. GloRilla comes in at 21. Holding down 20 is Monie Love. Monie in the middle. Where's she at? In the middle. Latto comes in at number 19. Remy Ma, 18. Rapsody, 17. Doja Cat, 16. Megan Thee Stallion, 15. Coming in at 14, Left Eye. 13, Trina. 12, Brat. 11, Cardi B. And your top 10 is Foxy Brown, number 10. Eve comes in at number 9. Roxanne Shante comes in at number 8. Salt-N-Pepa comes in at number 7. MC Lyte comes in at number 6. And your top 5 is Queen Latifah at number 5. Lil Kim at number 4. Lauryn Hill at number 3. Missy Elliott at number 2. And coming in at number 1 is Nicki Minaj. That is the list right there.
Yep.
All righty. Where do we start? What up, Fuzz? Fuzz, damn, Fuzz. You want to start? And this is live right now, Fuzz. Go ahead now. You got the list right there, Fuzzy?
Yep. Great list, first of all. Are we going by if they wrote it or not?
No, we just let's not get complicated.
I didn't want to go. I didn't know how we were.
But you know what? But that you can add that to why you would move this list around.
Okay, so let's do that.
Okay, for you.
Let's do, for you. For me, I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
All righty. So what do you see in the list? Does anyone see in the list? And do we go straight for the number 1 spot, or do we start thinking like I know when I said Doechii, I know that Mariana, you was already like, whoa.
Yeah.
Doechii at 24.
That's crazy to me because I'm a big Doechii fan and I love her like in every, like I feel like she's so creative with her raps and in every way. So I feel like Doechii at 24 is kind of crazy. Right. But maybe that's just my generation because I know this is of all time.
Right.
So I don't know. And I know people probably disagree. Like, yeah, she deserves to be at 24, you know? I don't
I think Doechii, with what we know of Doechii right now, I think she deserves to be on the list. 24 may be a little like damn.
Yeah.
Like wow. Definitely. But I is she top 10 to you?
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what about you, Ani?
I don't think Cardi belongs at number 11. I think that's way too high for Cardi B. And then I also feel like GloRilla needs to be a little higher too, and Doja Cat, Megan Thee Stallion.
I agree.
Where do you think Cardi B goes?
Under 25. Like she's not. I mean, when's the last time she really dropped music to start off with to say she makes it in the best of all time?
But you know what though? If we say when did Salt-N-Pepa drop? When did they last drop?
I wouldn't put them up there either.
When do you know Fuzz? This is what we're dealing with. So you do. Fuzz and MC Lyte. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to show some age today too. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some names on here that y'all probably don't understand what they mean to hip hop when we say all time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like somebody could come on and say, who's your favorite comedian of all time? And you could say, oh, Dave Chappelle, this, that, and the other. But then Dave Chappelle would say Richard Pryor. There's names that you probably wouldn't put there the same way when it comes to this list. There's some names that you probably never heard of. Or if you know the name a little bit, you don't know the material and you don't know the impact. But that's why you can move it around.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make it wrong. That doesn't make it right. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as you said Salt-N-Pepa, Fuzz looked like, what the hell?
Yeah,
what the hell?
I would add Sexy Red to this too now. Not like super high, but I would add her on there.
That's crazy that Sexy Red isn't on there because there's a couple names that I see on here that I'm like, you know, if this person made it, why is Sexy Red not on here?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying, Chuck?
Yo, with lists like this, you're saying generational, we're gonna get different answers for this. So I did a lot of moving.
Right.
I'm just gonna start at number 1.
Okay. You're going straight to number 1.
Missy Misdemeanor Elliott.
And number 1 for you?
Number 1.
Missy's not number 1 for me. But go ahead.
Missy writes, Missy sings, Missy produces.
So you're putting all that together?
Yeah, I'm putting it all together. And we saw that stage show at Coachella this past weekend.
Right.
I saw her tour last year. That's one of the best live hip hop shows I've ever seen. Missy's definitely 1 for me.
Right. But you know what? That's not a hard bump because she's at number 2. Right. So that's not a hard bump for Missy. You know, Louis.
Number 1, I'm happy with Nicki Minaj.
My number 1 is hard.
Yeah.
Really?
Man, I don't even know who my number 1 would be.
I'm happy with number 1. I think Nicki with her raps, with her delivery, with everything, like I overall, obviously the voices, the different voices, like I think she kills it. The style, everything, just the demeanor, everything, bro. I would definitely put Doechii up higher. I don't know why she's so low. I get it. She barely came into the game. People are barely recognizing her, but she's been around for a long time. And if we're talking about skills, Doechii is way more better than a couple.
You know what's wild is that you would keep Nicki Minaj at 1, right?
Yeah.
But you would move Cardi. Ani, that was you said you would move Cardi damn near down to 25.
And under that, I wouldn't even have her up.
You wouldn't have her on the list.
No.
Would you put Sexy Red on the list over Cardi?
Yeah.
Wow.
To me, she's a bigger rapper because when you listen to Sexy Red's music, like she's actually rapping. Some of Cardi, she's singing, and then she's also rapping. With Doja.
That's like saying Drake shouldn't be on a hip hop list. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it's crazy because that Invasion of Privacy album, that was almost like a fucking Thriller album.
Yeah.
I mean, she had hits on that album. So many hits. That's why we haven't got a new album. Jesus Christ. You know, like Lord have mercy. Right? No, I understand.
I don't know if I would put Sexy Red on the list. Like, and I love Sexy Red. I
Tierra
love her
Whack?
personality. No, I probably.
You wouldn't trade them off?
No.
Yeah, you would. I would trade that off. Get Tierra Whack out of there.
For Sexy?
Yeah. I mean, impact. I like Tierra Whack first of all.
Love it.
But I think Sexy Red is probably a little bit more.
Right. And I think a lot of people are looking through, you know, and this is why we saying of all time, because I think some people are looking through today's goggles.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And granted, you know, I got years on y'all. So y'all, there's not impact. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like if I were to ask you to name your top 5 right now, you probably may throw in some names that I wouldn't put on my top 5 when it comes to hip hop. You probably wouldn't put Rakim. You probably wouldn't put KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? You probably wouldn't put an Ice-T or Q. Yeah, the history level is very different, but that doesn't make it right. But if we looking at all time, Fuzz, who's your number 1 on this list? Is that hard for you too? And the reason why it's hard for me because I know them all. I know every name on this list. I know, and I know the material. Yeah, and y'all don't know every name on the list without reading it. Y'all don't know the songs.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at Nicki Minaj,
right?
Because I saw what she did on the mixtape level.
Oh yeah,
I saw what she did with Impact. Like she is her, right? But if I had to bump somebody up, Rapsody would out rap all these.
Hey man, you know what? When we first talked about this, I'm so happy that Rapsody made it to the list because there's just some people that don't make it to the list. They don't even get in the conversation, and you're like, how is this happening? That insert name is not even in this conversation. So I love that Rapsody is on there.
Yeah, love that.
I've been early on rap since her first mixtape, Return to the B Girl, and I, you know, like when she came into the neighborhood, I was excited for that interview. So for her to finally win her first Grammy this year and make this list, she deserves that.
Through today's goggles, Megan Thee Stallion at 15, and I'm asking you guys, through today's goggles, Megan Thee Stallion at 15.
No, that's too low.
Yeah, I think so too.
I
Really?
would push her up so much higher than
For
that, like top 10 for sure.
For sure.
Doja Cat at 16.
Yes.
Is it like
That's
how you
fair.
say
Too
when you was
low.
talking about
That's way too.
the rapping, right?
Mhm.
Doja Cat, I know that she's rapping now, but when you think about female MCs,
Mhm.
Doja Cat doesn't pop in my head as a female MC.
No,
She always has to me.
Right.
And I know me and you have had this like discussion before about her not being a rapper. And I've always said, like, to me, she's a dope rapper. Like, I always saw her as a rapper and also just as a pop artist. Kind of like a Drake in a way. Like,
Right.
she's the female Drake to me, Doja Cat.
Right. What do you call Post Malone?
I don't know what he is. I think he's country
See?
now. Or
Yeah, he's
I wouldn't call him a rapper at all.
Right.
Same way Mac
That's
Miller.
like a Doja Cat for me right now.
Oh, really?
Like Doja Cat can kick and I love her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when I say if I was introducing Doja Cat, right?
Mhm.
Like if and I'm talking about a long form rap, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't on her identity, I wouldn't say coming to the stage, rapper such and such and such Doja Cat. Of course, you just say Doja Cat because that's Doja Cat.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't put rapper on her name the same way now with Post Malone. I wouldn't put rapper
And be like,
for
what's
Post
a
Malone.
quotable? What's a Doja Cat quotable? Give me a line.
Right. And no
And nothing-
disrespect.
no
But
disrespect,
she
be
has
like-
bars though.
Yeah,
Like
give me
even
one.
her latest. I mean, I can't come up with it right now, but no, even her latest album,
Yeah.
Scarlet.
Give me
Did
one.
you listen to her?
Hell yeah. Do so
I know she
good. Oh my
rap, she
God.
Yes.
Hey man, are any other comments saying what is anyone sitting in here? Why is someone in here?
No, but we do have a comment from Suge Knight, and he said that he
Suge Knight on I don't want nobody thinking that.
no on
That
just
is
so
Suge.
he said they forgot Storm from the Outlaws,
Right.
and then he also said Lotto should be up there as well, which she is. She's number
Yeah.
19.
Lotto's number
Loud's
19.
19.
But
Lady of Rage at number 22.
Yo, Rage is on a record called "Who's the Hardest" on the last Dog Pound album.
Talk about it, man.
And she
Has no disrespect to Daz or
She-
Corrupt or
but
Snoop
say it, but
or
say it.
RBX. She had the best verse on that.
and those
song.
are and everybody that you
Everybody said
named,
that. Everybody
RBA, all of them lyricists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And then you guys probably don't know the impact of a Roxanne Shante.
I
the
don't.
real Roxanne.
You know what I'm saying? Well,
I know
The
the song.
bad one.
yeah. But I'm talking, and the real Roxanne not even on here. But with Roxanne Shante, that was a beast. Drop the Brat. Oh my God.
Brad was
The
nasty.
Brat is amazing. I think Lauryn Hill at 3. I wouldn't argue Lauryn Hill at 3.
Oh, that makes me wonder what you'll think about this comment about Lauryn Hill. Mary Kesty says this is her top. Lauryn Hill number 1, Missy Elliott number 2, Lil Kim, Foxy Brown.
Oh,
She
I'm not
said-
mad at that.
Yeah, and then Eve, Remy, the Brat, all
Damn.
have better songs than Nicki Minaj. Rapsody, the
Damn.
best MC rapper skill.
And
though.
who is this?
This is Mary Kesty.
Mary
if I said
Cass,
that
we need to get you
correctly.
in here. Jesus Christ. I probably got a little gig for you. It don't pay, but you know what I'm saying? I give you a 4-year internship. I would give you a 4-year internship. Believe that.
I think it's important to point out longevity.
Just because you're wearing glasses don't make you more intelligent on the subject. No, he can't even see now. The list done changed. You see, he took his glasses off. That motherfucker put Ray Charles on there. Go ahead.
It's important to talk about longevity because
Go,
Lauryn
yeah.
Hill hasn't dropped. Lauryn Hill has been touring off of 2 albums for the past 30 years.
And those two.
You consider 2?
Wait, no,
Look,
listen.
okay, wait, hold on. We're not going to count the first Fugees record.
No. I'm just talking about as a solo artist.
She performing part of the score though. The score and Miseducation. Not Blunted on Reality, not the first Fugees record.
Mhm.
Maybe the Nappy Heads remix, if we're counting that. But
It's a group.
she's
Go
been
ahead.
performing material off 2 albums for the past
Right.
30
Yeah.
years.
And
That has to show the impact of the songs. Like, there's nobody else on it. Well, there's nobody else on this list that's touring off 2 albums for 30 years. Like, that just shows the impact of this artist.
hell,
There has
Cardi
to be
B
something
may
considered.
be there soon.
Yeah.
Rihanna, who not on the list because she's not a rapper, she'll
Yeah.
be there soon. Like Jesus
Ice
Christ.
Spice didn't make the list.
Who?
Ice
Mhm.
Spice.
Nah.
Who's that?
Hey, let me get her out of here. dog.
No, she doesn't
Yeah.
No.
I was just because she is
Do-
another rapper. I'm not
do-
saying that I would put her
Do-
in there.
yeah, but also
Hello.
like you're 25 too, Mariana. Like
20.
if you had to do 25, right?
Yeah.
There's some names that you wouldn't put on here, and you may put Ice Spice on just to fill up a slot.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say so is because maybe you wouldn't put Remy Ma up there on the list because you probably don't know Remy
that
Ma.
many of her. Like I've heard of her, and I know maybe
but
like
she
the
wouldn't
most-
get on your list.
Exactly.
Trina wouldn't get on your list.
Yeah.
Possibly. You know, MC Lyte wouldn't get on your list.
No.
So now if you take all these people off just because you didn't, and it's not that you don't know hip hop. You just at a different you got a different introduction at a different time. So if you were to do your 25, your list would look different, and you may fill up some slots because you wouldn't know to pull these names on there. So that anybody that's watching or whatever, that doesn't make it wrong. It's when you came on the freeway.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's some shit where some people travel longer, and then you got on your on ramp.
Oh, I like that.
And when you got on your on ramp, this is where it starts. But you probably know a couple of know a couple of the streets behind you and shit, but you don't know them all in order.
And listen, and for the history of females or rappers, like it was too infused back in the day, right?
Yeah,
so
man.
Queen Latifah, when she was. It was just her and Salt-N-Pepa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
now
Trina, Monie Love.
Right.
Like we didn't have where you couldn't even make a list of 25.
No, not at all. That's what I'm saying.
And then
exactly.
say Ice Spice is not on there, such and such is not on there. It was standalones. When Roxanne Shante, when she came in and she did her thing against UTFO and introduced herself, there was like 100 different. For one, let me give you a backstory.
Yeah.
There's a song by a group called UTFO. And UTFO is the group. There's a song called Roxanne. And Roxanne sparked these parody rap songs where it'd be like, if you would be like, there's the real Roxanne, there's Roxanne's auntie, there's Roxanne's grandma, there's Ani is Roxanne from Armenia. It was all it was really that vast.
Wow.
With how many Roxannes. So one is Roxanne Shante.
Yep.
And Roxanne Shante was one of them that first came and did this, where she took that rap and she made it her own and dissed each one of the fellas.
Like a call and response.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they had another one called The Real Roxanne that UTFO said, this is the real Roxanne. That's why her name was The Real Roxanne. But the Roxanne Shante took off. And those are the things that Fuzz will probably know. Well, Fuzz know. I know. I'm pretty sure Chuck, being, hip hop guy, he would know, but y'all don't know because that wasn't your on ramp.
Different eras.
Yeah, very much so. But that doesn't take your voice away. You know what I'm saying? From where you are right now. And that's why when we talk about these conversations, these are like real conversations, because you could sit here and say, oh, Doechii should be number, going up. And I can't say no, she shouldn't. You probably don't rock with Queen Latifah and know the impact of Queen Latifah. And that's why when people started saying this whole Fresh Prince album is corny, is this, is that, they don't know. Like, I didn't know that Will Smith was a rapper. You didn't get that's different on ramp.
Yeah, I didn't get to really see that.
Will Smith carried hip hop.
Yeah.
He carried hip hop.
Him and Jazzy Jeff.
Will Smith, he's the prince. I'm the rapper. He's the DJ. When you had Will Smith, first group to get a Grammy, and they didn't show up because their category wasn't on TV. These are people that's fighting for hip hop rights. You know what I'm saying? That people can now say, oh, I can do this now, but they don't understand who kicked down these doors. So we as a genre, we eat our own. Well, this such is corny, this such as this. You don't see a lot of that shit happening with rock artists. Other artists. It's crazy how we don't embrace the forefathers as opposed to that old shit that you know what I'm saying. And then we eat our own. We eat our own. So when you see a list like this, every female, every lady that's on here deserves to be on here. We're just talking about the conversation is where these numbers at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where these numbers at is the conversation.
And it's so hard to say of all time and then put Nicki Minaj up there, because a lot of people are upset in the comments saying that Nicki's not technically supposed to be number one. But I feel like for our generation she is, but for the generation before that, is she
but you
technically?
know what? This isn't even a generational thing. There's just some people who probably don't think she deserves to be number one.
Oh man, I don't know. She's
Yeah,
hard.
crazy.
Diana, where's Nicki Minaj at for you? She's number one for you too? Top three? Okay. Top three, not number one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not number one.
Did anybody else reorganize the top 10 to their liking? Anybody?
Did you reorganize yours? Okay. So this is just the top 10.
This is
we're not going pulling up Doechii. We're not going up pulling up GloRilla at 21.
This is a combination of accolades, skills, and just my personal taste. Rapsody 10, MC Lyte 9, Nicki's at 8, Foxy 7, Salt-N-Pepa 6, Kim at 5, E 4, Queen Latifah 3, L Boogie 2, Missy 1.
Still putting Lauryn high. Okay, I got it.
And where's Lauryn at again?
Lauryn is at 2.
Okay.
So, okay.
Lauren's at 2. What you thinking, Big?
Was Lauryn Hill a heavy rapper?
Super.
Like
Lauryn Hill was
there's a lot I haven't heard from Lauryn Hill.
fucking beast.
Yeah, you can't even debate it.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's not debatable. It's a question. Yeah.
And
She had that album was such a perfect album. That was like
The
a
Miseducation?
thriller. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a thriller. It was a
Yeah.
thriller album. It was a no.
And
classic.
this is at a time when people were paying attention.
Yeah.
And she gave you a whole album. She didn't give you a single. She didn't give you a hot dance. She didn't, you know what I'm saying? It was like,
Right.
and it was a movement, and it was an empowerment. It was about, your skin and your hair, and and it made women, especially women of color and black women, it made them feel good.
And it
You know what I'm
crossed over.
saying?
She had R&B hits
Oh my
on it,
God,
right?
what?
So she was like the Drake of that time. You know what I'm saying? Like can do rap and hip hop and R&B.
But doing it her way without saying, "Oh, this works."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I need to make a radio hit, and I need this. It was just Lauryn Hill, and she came out of a group called the Fugees, and the Fugees was already, they were beasts.
Popping.
You know what I'm saying? With Pras and Wyclef, and to step away from that was like, you stepping out in unfamiliar territory,
Yeah.
and you killing the game.
Scary.
Where do you put Foxy Brown? Was Foxy in your top 10?
Foxy was 7.
Okay.
Wow.
Foxy was
Okay.
I really had to, because I had a second to really think about this. A lot of the MCs of today, they have to argue, especially with skill set and sex appeal, you got to throw Foxy in there. You got to throw Kim in there. You got to throw, even Salt-N-Pepa was part of the prototype of that.
Mhm.
So we're talking about how earlier, everybody has been able to build upon everybody else. So I was trying to equate all that when trying to put this list together. So they had hits, they have skills, and they had impact. So
Do y'all have a top 10?
Nicki Minaj is for sure top 10 for me. And then I'm going to have Doja Cat up there for me. GloRilla, Sexy Red, Latto. Megan for sure. Megan's probably like number 2 for me. I like Cardi's music. I just don't listen to her. I haven't listened to a lot of her music in a long time. It was that one album she dropped. And then after that, I was like, all right, now I'm watching the drama. And that's really what I know her for now.
That's fair.
This is my top 10. No order though. Nicki Minaj, Missy Elliott, Lauryn Hill, Lil Kim. I got Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, Cardi B, Latto, GloRilla, and Doechii.
That's a good.
Yeah.
That's strong.
I
That's
don't know
strong.
Lil Kim well enough to say like her music. I know she's inspired. Like everyone will be like, oh, Nicki Minaj is inspired by her. She did it first, all that. But I don't really know a lot of Lil Kim songs. I can't even
Nicki
name
Minaj,
one.
You know Lil Kim.
Yeah, real.
I mean, that's what people
Yeah.
say.
Yeah,
but, like,
trust that.
Yeah, trust that.
There's no Nicki without Little Kim.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's real talk.
And
There's
even
McDonald's and McDonald's.
she still wouldn't be up there for
There's
me.
McDonald's and McDonald's, man.
Yeah,
And then you look at how people say, oh, Lil Kim, oh, Nicki. And then you look at Nicki, and then it's like ... after that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the same way people can look and say, oh, Lil Kim and Nicki. It's the same way people can come and say, oh, Lil Kim. I mean, Nicki Minaj. And then there's so many
Bruh.
Right.
carbon copies, as you would call them.
Off the tree. That's
Yeah,
for
man.
sure.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Splack did want to ask though, where is Gangsta Boo and Mia X? If I said that correctly.
Mia X. Well, Gangsta Boo is on there
23.
at 23.
Mm.
Mia X from No Limit.
No,
Mia
yeah, she had
X
impact.
is not on there.
Yeah, but she had impact with No
Yeah,
Limit.
she
so,
did.
yeah.
There's 3 honorable mentions. We're talking about people not on here. I think there's an argument for
Your
Rod-
honorable mentions.
Yes, mine.
Yeah.
Rod
Yeah.
Digger, I think is a good honorable
Yep.
mention.
Yep.
Jean Grey,
Yep.
Uh,
For sure.
Ladybug Mecca from Digital Planets.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
are 3 that
Yeah.
came to mind that wasn't even on here.
Mm.
Honorable mentions.
Someone said no love for Lizzo.
Yeah.
Lizzo's
Okay.
not a rapper.
She's not?
I don't think so.
And Doja Cat is?
So
I definitely think Doja
are we
Cat is a rapper.
penalizing people for being multi hyphenated? I guess. 'Cause
No, I
that's
think
part
she
of-
penalized her because she was obese at one point.
I
Oh,
am
you're a
not.
fat shamer, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not
Don't
fat
like me either,
shaming.
huh?
Yeah, wow.
No, I just don't think Lizzo.
You don't
is
have a chubby
rapper.
Hey man, no, Lizzo is like she kicks raps.
Really?
And Kick
Truth
French fries
hurts.
Also.
Yeah. Like
What?
What about Snow the product? That's what Jess is
Snow is
asking.
a
Oh, yeah.
fucking beast.
That's
Jess
true.
is asking.
Fair one.
Throw her up there. Take away GloRilla for me.
Hey,
Really?
Take away GloRilla. Put on Snow the
That's fair.
product.
And
up
Snow
there.
has put in the
Not
work.
low.
She's been around.
Yeah.
Man, okay,
Yeah.
let me ask you
I
this.
think in
fair.
a cipher, Snow the product would kill GloRilla. In
Yep.
the first
So
sentence.
you would take GloRilla
First
off,
sentence.
but there's to put Snow on. There's no other person that you would take off to put Snow on. So
Yeah, for sure.
Either by
Doja Cat would go off, and I'd put Snow product in
really?
there.
Wow.
What? Doja Cat?
Yeah,
and
dog.
right now, Murray said Doja Cat got some bars for
Yes.
real.
She does, but Snow product would.
And
Kill her in
Doja's
a
from
cipher.
she's from the underground, man. You know,
You can watch Doja.
Right,
more.
and
Yes.
you got to give her that. You do got to give Doja
Doja be
that.
quoting little brother all kinds.
And
of
you know,
Yeah,
yeah, she
man.
cut from the cloth.
Yeah,
And
she
I
cut from the
think the
cloth,
one
yeah.
thing that got it with Doja too is Doja became successful.
Mm.
You know, because Doja, she break dance all kind of shit.
Yeah.
She's hip hop.
Yeah.
But I think that when the success came,
she
it was different.
right.
And it was like it wasn't the hip hop card
Yeah.
that a lot of, you know what I'm saying? Can she
see
rap?
that.
Yeah, but I don't think people understood her hip hop card.
Yeah, and that's why she got upset at one point, and she was like, "That's it. I'm just dropping an all rap album, so you guys could see that I could do this." Because she's been crossing over genres,
Right.
and
Mhm.
right.
And sometimes, man, pop make you popular, and that's why people are afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like, man, pop goes the weasel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you want to be a little careful, but also if you got to tell people sometimes what you are.
There it is. There.
You
I don't
think
know.
so? I don't know if I,
Yeah.
because I think it's different.
When
on
I
her
walk
level.
into the room, I don't have to walk in and say, "Hey, I'm a black man." Boom, you know that shit. If I gotta tell you that now, there's some things that you probably don't know. You probably don't know. Oh, Big Boy, he took martial arts, or Big Boy wanted to be a plumber. There's some, but art wise, I shouldn't have to tell you I'm a rapper.
But what if you just haven't heard that song of hers? Because, like, same way, like, people might not know things about you. Like, oh, I
Like-
used to be 500 pounds, or people don't know that.
Yeah,
But if you're trying to get on the list,
but
you gotta
then
know.
I have to tell you, right?
Yeah.
If I have to tell you what my art is, I don't know.
But I mean, if she walks into a room, though, to that argument,
You say
you'll be
Doja
like,
Cat.
but yeah, you'll be like, oh, I know you're a singer. You do songs.
No,
Like,
I just say Doja Cat.
But, like, people know she does music, right?
Right.
So, like, I think that people just don't know, like, oh, what genre does she do, or what, like, they
Mhm.
don't realize that she is a rapper. Because even in our comments, they're like, Doja Cat can rap. That was also
Yeah.
Ronald.
She can come up here right now, and we could ask, what station is she here for?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's a good
basically.
thing, though.
That's a
Is that-
great
that's a
point,
blessing.
Louis.
I mean,
That's a
yeah,
great
but is that a
point.
bad thing too?
Yeah, because
No,
Kendrick
no,
can go
of
over there
course.
too
Like
right
we
now.
like we just Kendrick can go to every
Yeah,
Oh, for
literally.
sure.
They would cry if he oh my God, Kendrick, you're here.
Yeah.
But he
like
stopped here first.
we literally had who do we have yesterday?
Leon Thomas.
Leon
Yeah.
Thomas. He got out of here, he went to go do Kiss. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't hate and put you in a box or hate on your success.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I love being able to go everywhere.
But that
Yeah.
also says a lot about Doja Cat. It's like she's not just sticking to
Right.
one. Like her creativity has expanded not just to hip hop, but also to pop.
Yeah, and that's and that's not a bad thing. And I don't want to make it seem like we're coming at her. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Trina, beast.
Man,
You know,
y'all weren't at the house parties when Pull Up was coming on. Pull
yeah,
over.
man.
Pull over.
Pull over.
That ass too fat.
Man.
Pull over that ass too fat. Whoop whoop. Oh man.
Y'all weren't out here for that.
Oh,
This was
man.
on my age, now, geez.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
We don't play. Take it to the house.
Yeah.
MIA. Take it to the house. This the way we.
Take
Yeah.
it to the house.
You don't know Nan. Yeah, like yeah,
Come on now.
she's a beast. And you know what's wild about this, man? We're seeing like MC Lyte, right? MC Lyte
Another one.
for hip hop is fucking amazing. She's the one that came in and rapped and showed the fellas
Yeah.
Yep.
what she could do. You know what I'm saying? I remember, dude, I sat down with LL Cool J for a Big Boy Off Air. You can see that right there on Big Boy TV. And as you're watching, hit that subscribe button as well.
It is.
A great off air. But I remember when he said what tightened him up was when he heard MC Lyte.
Really?
Oh.
Yep.
That's
Tight-
a bar.
and LL, for those that don't know, LL is a lyricist and LL is hip hop. And when you could say, man, when I heard it wasn't cramped to understand you. No. When you say you love me, it doesn't matter. It goes into my Paper Thin.
Oh,
Damn,
Paper
yeah.
Thin.
She had a song called Paper Thin. He said, when I heard that, he said it sent me back to the lab.
Whoa.
You know, and that's what women in hip hop have been.
Mhm.
And now we're seeing this thing where women in hip hop are killing the game right
Right.
now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like women in hip hop they've been holding hip hop together.
Yeah.
When
Oh, no,
when
for sure.
when dudes was either tripping off of shit or men weren't coming with shit, the women are like, holding shit together. The only thing that I say too is keep that creativity.
Oh,
Sometimes you turn around and we know your ass so well, we don't know your face. You know what I'm saying? We don't know your lyrics. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it's a good thing. I saw the Megan Thee Stallion at Coachella.
Right.
There was a lot of ass.
Moderation, a little bit.
Right.
But you know what surprised me about Megan Thee Stallion too? Because I don't listen to a lot of Megan
And
Thee
she's
Stallion.
bars too.
And she is bars, bro.
Yeah.
Like I just watching her set, like I was like, oh, okay. Like her songs are like they're rapping. She's rapping, bro.
People,
Hey man, I think Missy Elliott at
Give her
Coachella made people. She did one of those. Y'all must have forgot.
Yes.
Remind
Oh
you.
my God. Me and my
Her,
friends.
let me remind you, her
Literally.
shit at fucking Coachella
Yes.
was like, oh, okay.
I feel like
I don't have an
everybody
album in 2025.
was running to her
Oh.
set when she came out. And it's like, she came out of a Transformers. And the crazy thing is that with Missy Elliott, she's like making music that is making us kind of want to shake our ass, but she's not doing it.
Right.
Like she was on stage, like just
Covered up.
performing, covered up, and her set was amazing.
Yeah.
But everybody's out here, like, you know, having a good time. Like the girls are shaking their ass, but she's just not doing it.
And you got to think, you were in elementary school when some of that
Yeah.
shit was popping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for her to come on to Coachella and kill at Coachella,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And name right under Lady Gaga
Yeah.
without an album.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? And come on and do it. What did she do? Probably an hour
Yeah.
plus?
And there was
Catalog.
younger people than me going to her set.
So that shows you when you start talking about this list and longevity, or whatever you put into your slots to put somebody there, I can see why at number 2. And maybe who knows? Maybe I would have looked at this list a little different without watching. I would have had to go like thinking like, damn, yeah, she did kill. But
Mhm.
when I watched her at Coachella, I was like, you damn right.
Yeah,
You
she
damn
did that.
right, man.
That was a crazy performance.
It's like she put her music videos literally on stage,
Oh,
which
yeah.
those are groundbreaking as well.
Oh yeah, man.
Missy hasn't dropped a record in 20 years. The Cookbook was her last full album, and look what the result of that is.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why I say using you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I still ran to her set because it was something that I had to see and
Yeah,
experience.
man.
Like Missy's there. So yeah.
Did you make any money that night? Did you
No.
with your glasses? No.
Why?
For anybody in the back, you didn't say you
No.
didn't run out your glasses.
I had contacts.
What any comments right there?
We have Miss Only Morale saying that MC Lyte got bars, but her rhyming was too slow for me. And I gotta be honest, I think Cardi B is the GOAT to me. Cardi B is the GOAT female artist to me, in caps.
Right. Yeah, everybody got to put to me.
Yeah.
Because if not, we all get tore up.
Right.
Like this time, somebody said, you know,
But what do you think about that? Because I personally think that she should have been way lower on the list for me, Cardi B.
right.
To me.
Yours almost sound personal. Did Cardi not take a picture with you or
No,
something?
I love Cardi. I think
Okay.
she's so nice, but it's just like she's not releasing music. And every other year, she's like, yeah, I'm in the studio. I'm going to drop it. But all we see is this drama. Her Offset drama. Like,
Right.
stop putting your life on blast like
Hold
that.
on, Fuzz,
and
you
make it.
gone?
No, yeah, I take a call real quick.
Oh, okay, damn. Just when I was about to drop the explosion. Yeah, oh, you're gonna miss it, Fuzz. You're gonna miss it.
And then Suge Knight said, Cardi fine as hell.
Right. Yeah.
No denying that.
And I think also, man, when we look at today, there's a lot of and it's always been, but there's more this and that
Mhm.
with certain things today. You know, you back in the days, you know, somebody could come out and it was about the craft. Now it's about, you know, what's she wearing, what he's wearing, you know, how's her body look, is he you know, nice looking, you know, I mean, hell, you know, with music we had some ugly ass, not just rappers, we had some ugly ass movie stars and
Really?
ugly R&B artists and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Fat artists, all kind of shit. You know, now, you know, it's a different pressure and it's a different look. You got to have a lot of this and that now.
I kind of wish I saw your era too.
Right.
Me too.
Right.
Like, I wish I lived through
and
it.
you probably be sitting up here with bad knees too. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm
It's all
saying?
catalog. You can go back and listen to everything.
But you know what's a trip, man? There's some people that say maybe you should study hip hop. And I think I'm one of those people too that say, man, just know a little bit more.
Yeah.
But then there's
Absolutely.
also some that just say, like, I remember when people would be like, oh, you know, Pac this, Pac that. And then you had so-called younger rappers that was like, I didn't listen. So do I fault you? Or do I tell you to go back and listen? You know, maybe your gig isn't to go back and listen. You know, like your gig right now isn't to go, and maybe you'll be inspired to go, But your gig isn't to go back and listen to Roxanne Shante and see why MC Lyte is so dope and who is Monie Love and what's the relationship with Monie Love and Queen Latifah and you know and Native Tongue and you know what I'm saying? Like there's just some things that you're not a part of. That I won't fault you for it. The only thing I can say is that y'all missed some great times. And y'all missed some good moments of authentic hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But I can't be upset with you for the stamp that's on your birth certificate. The year.
Was there that much beef back then between female rappers?
No.
Like there is now?
No.
Like we
not
see
at
now?
all.
No.
Not at all.
It was a little more respectful.
Oh yeah. And you had a couple like, you know, but not at all
That's
with like what it is now.
I mean,
and it's not that great. Like this generation, like I could get it. There's some good artists, but it's not like, what are you fighting for, bro? Like your weak bars? Like
no, it's just
like
oh wow.
I'm just saying, like back then, all right. You know, you had people like Queen Latifah and everybody's like, dude, I can only imagine if they were to go back and forth at each other with Lady Rage and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
man. And you know what's crazy, man, is that every name on here, Tierra Whack, Doechii, Gangsta Boo, every name on here deserves that spot. You know what I'm saying? And there's a reason why they're on here is because they killed the game. And everybody has a fan base. But I think when you see these, you know, the best female rapper of all time, it just creates dialogue. And it create I'm telling you, if somebody grabbed this, it's gonna be a lot of fucking clickbait and Big said this, and you know what I'm saying, without the whole content and the texture of what we're talking about here.
And it's crazy because I remember even seeing this list and thinking like, I've never heard of the Brat, and I felt like, oh my god, how can I not know? And like it makes me feel like I need to learn more about hip hop, just how like you were saying right now, because in my generation, like obviously,
or as Ayo would say, I would challenge you.
It's like I need to know more because I want to know why more people think that okay, the Brat is where she needs to be, or she needs to be higher.
And
because
you know what?
To me, she's not on my list.
I can tell that whoever was at Billboard that put this list together, right?
The staff.
Yeah, but you could tell that it was, you know,
mixture of
it had to be because if the Brat is on there and you don't know, that means somebody in the room put the Brat on and understood what the Brat is, and that was what the Brat is to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? The same way they understand what Tierra Whack is to hip hop, and what Doechii is to hip hop, and what she will be to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? As a female artist, like, I think I'm so excited off of Doechii. I'm so excited, man.
Generational talent, I think.
Yeah, she can't. She hasn't done anything wrong. For me yet. You know,
like Megan Thee Stallion, right? For Coachella, she brought out Queen Latifah. Right. Like, there's no way in hell Megan Thee Stallion would let Queen Latifah be lower than her. You know what I mean? Like, so that respect level right there, I'm like, all right, so Queen Latifah, like, it's the Queen Latifah's other artist's favorite artist in a sense, right? Because they know the groundwork that she did, and in the you know what I mean? Like, straight up trailblazer.
Queen Latifah was the first CD I ever bought in my life.
What?
Queen Latifah was the first CD that I ever bought in my life. My first CD.
Oh, that's dope.
When CDs came, All Hail the Queen.
Wow.
First CD that I ever bought in my life, man. So,
is it because like you wanted that one to be your first one, or is it just like you were there?
It was just when the album dropped, that's when CDs were kind of like boom. And just I want that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go and say I'm going to go buy my first CD. It was just CDs were being released, and I wanted Queen Latifah's album, and that was the first CD I ever purchased.
Damn, you know, I didn't know that she was a rapper for a long time. I thought she was an actress.
Yeah.
Last Holiday came out 2006, which is like almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Like, I can't even name a song of hers.
UNITY.
You never heard Unity? UNITY.
Just another day.
Man, just another day chilling in
the cool thing
another
about
day around the way.
Right now that we're living, it's all nostalgia right now. So you're starting to see a lot of 90s parties, 2000 parties.
Yeah, you are.
So you're getting even my Aliana, my stepdaughter, she's what, 13 years old? And she's talking about, oh, have you heard this song? Have you heard this? And Myra's like, girl, let me school you on the 2000s real quick.
Right.
And she's like, this is what you need to listen. And she's like, I know that song. And I'm like, how do you know this song? It's like, it's nostalgia now. Like I feel like this generation's going back to, they want to see those R&Bs, those 90s R&Bs or 2000 R&Bs, those old school. Yeah, it's just coming
being
back
resampled,
again. And a lot of people are being aware of these artists that are probably on this list and never seen them live.
Yeah.
which is dope.
You know what's wild? Even with Eve kind of like she left it alone. You know what I'm saying? You know how there's some people where it's kind of like they're still in the studio. They, you know, I think Eve walked away from the throne as opposed to, you know, she couldn't get back in or she fell off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think she just kind of like, you know, she got her husband, if I'm not mistaken, and she don't even live in America anymore.
She in the UK now.
Yeah, you know, it's just some of those things. And then a lot of this stuff, man, it's just, you know, you get aged out. Because now hip hop is a young person's, you know, I don't want to say sport, but you get aged out. That's why I love that Megan Thee Stallion brought out Queen Latifah.
Yeah, but it makes sense why she did it. There's a through line connection. The first artist to give Megan a shot was Q-Tip.
Really?
That was like her first kind of mentor when she came in the game. So obviously
Q-Tip from A Tribe Called Quest and being
connected to the native tongues with Latifah. She knows that through line. So when that happened, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. And that's why when Lou, you're talking about like, oh, the mic was on when she was rapping. It makes a lot of sense. You know, she's coming from that cloth of you got to rap. You got to bring it live.
Yep. Left Eye, rest in peace, beast. And even with Left Eye, when you think about Left Eye, are y'all familiar with Left Eye?
I've heard of her.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with a group called TLC?
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay. So Left Eye was a member of TLC, but she did more of the rapping stuff. And it's wild that I love that she's on this list when they say best female rapper of all time, you know, because like with TLC wasn't a rap group, but they called her kind of the rapper in the group. You know what I'm saying? So
Big, you'll understand, and Louis will get this reference. If you had to pick the artist, do we get another Ladies Night type of record?
Oh,
see, there was a record called Ladies Night, which was the Brat, Missy, Angie Martinez.
Yep.
Don't sleep. Angie had records too, and Left Eye.
Right.
So
wait, who all did you put on?
It was the Brat, Missy, Angie Martinez.
Okay, I didn't hear you say Missy. My bad.
And Left Eye.
Yeah.
So looking at that generational record, which is all like a lot of the top female MCs, and you look at the music video, Latifah was in that video. A lot of female MCs were in that video.
So what he's asking here, if you had like 4 ladies that you can grab and put a record together today like that,
like a ladies anthem. That's technically what it was. It was like a ladies anthem song.
Oh, easy. I would have Nicki on there, Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat. It's between, because Doechii's got to be on there. So it's between Doja Cat and GloRilla. Damn, that's hard.
Okay, do this. Take Missy Elliott out of it. Give me more today.
Oh, sorry. Did I say Missy? I meant Nicki Minaj. So it's Nicki.
My bad. Well, take Nicki out of it.
Okay. Cool. So that makes it easier. It'll be Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, GloRilla, and Doechii.
I ain't mad at you.
For a song?
Yep. Like a ladies' night.
Same record.
I'm gonna have to do Doechii for sure. Megan Thee Stallion, and I don't know if I want to put Nicki Minaj or Lauryn Hill.
No Nicki and no Lauryn. This is today.
I'm gonna have today. Okay. Doja Cat.
So Doja Cat,
Doechii, and Megan Thee Stallion.
Give me one more.
Damn. Let me see who I would say.
Cardi B.
Lou, Ladies Night Today, 2025.
That was a fun song, bro.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily a raps. Yeah, it showcased the raps, but it was just a fun
Angie
song and vibes
too,
and everything, bro. So I would definitely throw in Cardi B for sure. I would throw in Doechii. That's easy. I would throw in I would say Latto, bro. So that's 3. And then who am I missing? Should I say? I'm not a big fan, but I would throw Nicki Minaj. It would have to be Nicki. So Nicki, Cardi, Latto, Doechii. Okay, let's go with
That's crazy that it took you that hard to say Nicki. You like,
I think I figured you guys said no, but I guess GloRilla would go on there.
Okay.
4, right?
So
Over Megan?
Doechii.
This is his list.
Yeah. Oh no, hell no. Yeah, you're tripping. Megan. I circled her.
Right.
Megan, Cardi, Doechii, Latto.
Yeah, I think Doechii's on everybody's list, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Has to be.
4, right?
Yep.
Doechii, of course. Cardi. I'm gonna throw Rapsody in there, and I'm gonna put Sweetie in there.
Oh.
Oh,
Damn.
I'm gonna put Sweetie in there.
Dude, we've been sitting here talking all this time. Sweetie's nowhere on the list.
That's right.
I don't know if I would have her on the list.
The list at all? Well, hell, you kicking Cardi B off the list, so you definitely not letting Saweetie on the list. Nope.
Yeah, she's like, but there's an argument that's actually going on in our chat right now.
Oh, we don't promote violence. Yeah, we don't want nobody arguing. Yeah, please don't.
But after we gave Only Morale a shout out saying that Cardi B is the GOAT to him or her, people started arguing like, no, Cardi B has writers. And then people started saying, wait a second, like 95% of the industry has writers.
Right.
So does it count to be like, how do you see that?
That's what Fuzzy started that off. We're like, oh, we're talking about right now. Like, no, we're talking about performance.
Okay.
You know, or not even performance, like live performance, delivery. This is your song.
Okay, cool.
It's not about, oh, they had a big sample, or she didn't write it, and nah.
That's what they're going back and forth, and they're like, that's why Nicki Minaj would win because she writes her raps, and they're like, Cardi B doesn't deserve it. Then they go into Lauryn Hill.
If you locked them in a room and said, you get half a day, write a song, produce it, but you have to write it. You know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj would come out that booth smoking, come out that room smoking a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Smoking a lot of people because she's about it. If that was the criteria.
Does Missy Elliott write her own music?
Missy, right? Produce. Digging the crates, play like Missy's a fucking beast. Yeah, man. Even that shit that to how I remember pressing play on that, and everybody was like, "Man, what is she saying backward?" Yeah. That was like some Beastie Boys, Paul Revere reverse shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Watch how Missy breaks it down.
Yeah, man. Like, she's just a fun, good time, man.
Genius.
Luke, you over there rubbing your cheek?
Yeah, I'm just trying to rubbing his cheek. I'm looking at the list. I'm looking at the list, and I'm like, who does the least when it comes to the writing, the production?
I don't know.
Like you know what I mean? Like
I don't know, because I don't know if GloRilla's writing.
Like, does Cardi write all of her stuff? I doubt it.
Well, Cardi, a lot of that was party for
right.
Yeah, so
but her delivery is insane, obviously. Her swag, her aura is dope. She doesn't produce anything, so is it
but
just
what's crazy that we put on hip-hop? On hip-hop, and I mean it's just what it is.
It's a village, right?
Yeah, right. But hip-hop, we always have this thing on, did he or she write it?
Yeah.
And rightfully so, it's a thing. Did he write it? He got ghost writers or he got writers. But then you never thought, like, man, did Michael Jackson write Beat It?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did he write Billie Jean? Smokey Robinson wrote all those Temptation songs, and you know what I'm saying? Like R&B or whatever gets a different path.
Yeah.
Even with Neo writing hits that we know, we don't say, man, Beyonce didn't write no fucking Irreplaceable.
Dude, it's so true.
Neo did. But when it comes to hip hop, we like, oh man,
especially rap.
Did you write it? Go ahead, you guys.
Wacko.
Go ahead, Wacko. I don't know if that mic is on. Yeah. Go ahead, Wacko.
Do you think it's just because it's the fact that the roots of the culture of hip hop comes from the streets,
right?
Just how,
and that's just the way it's been. It's being from your pen.
Yeah,
it's been I and me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now and I'm going to tell you, man, what the new twist is. Oh my God,
what's the new twist?
AI.
Oh yeah.
Hey, dude, I remember way back in the days, and you probably remember this too. They had this shit that was called a rhyme dictionary. And if you use the rhyme dictionary, people used to be like, man, he used the dictionary. It was a thing.
Really?
Where it was like a rhyme book. And people like, man, that motherfucker, I know he used the dictionary.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So that was like the cheat thing.
That was the cheat code.
And then now it's AI.
Now AI gonna be like, you're not gonna know.
Yeah, AI is good.
Yeah, man. Whereas AI is like, give me a word that rhymes with, or write me this song and such and such and such.
So
and it's
true.
like,
yeah, you can literally say, like, write me a rap song, kind of like if you were Nicki Minaj. You can tell it, AI, you are Nicki Minaj. Write me a rap song.
Yeah.
Right.
So what happens now, man? If you really get writer's block, you're not picking up your device.
I just asked AI to write me a rap song about Big Boy's neighborhood, and it just did it instantly.
Yeah.
As we were talking, it's like, yo, turn the dial up. It's LA, that sound. Big Boy's neighborhood, holding it down from the streets to the airways. We run the town. Power 106. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, they still got me a power on it.
It switches it. No, it switches it up after. That's just like the intro.
It goes on and on.
Oh yeah,
to me leaving and everything. Damn.
It'll say you
Verse
moved
one,
and
phone taps.
everything.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord,
we down, we clown on the line.
He even wrote a hook.
Jesus Christ. Maybe we shouldn't have read that. Maybe I could have came out with my historic. My man. It goes on and on.
Oh yeah, there's a
Does it
verse
mention
2.
Veronica? No, I'm just
Maybe.
There's a verse 2 in there.
Kendrick came through, dropped bars on the mic, told Big how he made it through the Compton nights. Even Drake pulled up trying to clear the fight. Big Boy's the judge, keeping peace in the sight. From SZA to Ice Cube, they all show love. This is the spot where the stars rise above. West Coast legacy, we the plug, Big Boy's neighborhood. It's the home of the dub, and it still goes on. That's just
That's right, dog.
All right, that's bars.
Yeah, like it's. You're right though, Big. That's gonna be so scary. That was in seconds.
That's way better than the dictionary.
Very scary, bro.
that is scary, man.
We get Nani a record deal. That's it.
Yeah, you kicked that.
I know you said a twist, but like years from now, people are gonna look at List again and they're gonna be like, well, how many followers did Nicki have?
Right.
How many followers did Queen Latifah have? Or no, well, Salt-N-Pepa had way more followers.
Somebody be like, why is Doechii on there?
Yeah.
Why is Latto? Yeah, because everything moves.
Yeah.
And then you be like, I wouldn't put such and such there, you know?
Man.
And I'm telling you, man, they're just women have. I wouldn't even say that they've saved hip hop, but modern today, women have carried hip hop on their backs.
Yeah.
The same way they carried hip hop and helped carry hip hop for so many years, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why it's hard for me to say female rapper or female MC. Like we never called MC Lyte a female MC. You just called her Lyte.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Did you hear Lyte? You know what I'm saying? Did you hear the Queen?
I like that. It sounds respectful more.
Yeah, you know, like you don't say, oh man, let me tell you, man, Drake, oh man, that male rapper. Oh my God, man. Kendrick is like the best male rapper ever. You know?
You're so right.
Yeah, man.
And there's been pushback on that by a lot of MCs, like just call me an MC.
Right.
Even though they're, they may be a woman, but they can rap circles around anybody.
Hey man, and also, you know how sometimes you'll say certain things, you gotta see, and you'll say, oh, such and such, as a black man, as a person of color, as a Latino, as a Mexican, we gotta be twice as good. We gotta. That's why with the DEI stuff, people say, nah, we earned that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we got in there. You gotta be twice as good. And I think that's what happens with a lot of female MCs as well. Mm-hmm. They gotta be twice as good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They gotta be twice as good. And that's why when I see people getting catty or coming at each other, that's why now you see this camaraderie with the ladies bringing each other out, and and some not gonna get along. You're not, if you don't, you don't.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you see this camaraderie where it's like the ladies are saying it's us.
Yeah.
Like we up
Love
right
it.
now. You know what I'm saying?
Like, there's a really random argument that's going on in the chat, and Jason told me to mention it, but they're arguing about the best chicken spot, and they're like, Pioneer Chicken is the best.
Oh my God.
Popeye's Chicken is the best. And Jason was, and we're over here also asking, what's your favorite female rapper and chicken spot?
Hey man, let me tell you this, man. If we're going there, Jollibee is good too. And if I'm talking about me, you know what I'm saying? And don't think about, Big with 500 pounds and Big ate a lot of chicken. So that makes my opinion a little better, I think. Popeyes, I could do Popeyes. If you can find a golden bird.
A golden
bird. Yeah, man.
Golden bird.
Pioneer. If you can find, there's only one Pioneer I can find that's left. And if you could,
Chicken.
Church's chicken.
Too greasy. Too greasy.
Is it good?
I don't know, man.
Too greasy, man.
Churches, man, and they some of their chicken used to look like fucking turkey legs.
That big?
I used to be like, man, what the fuck am I eating here? You know what I'm saying? Just big swollen. I think it was Cedric the Entertainer or one comedian was like, man, it looked like big full force. Like it was this group called Full Force. Just had muscles. Like yeah.
You're not gonna put like what is it, Chick-fil-A out there?
I don't fuck with Chick-fil-A.
Oh man.
Chick-fil-A is not even chicken.
I guess.
I like chicken on the bone. I don't do tenders and all that kind of shit.
Shouts out Louisiana fried chicken.
Oh, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't do Chick-fil-A, and I don't do. I was about to say another one.
Dave saying it.
I don't do hot chickens like that.
Oh.
I don't do hot chickens. I don't do them honey chicken sandwiches and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I'm a honey chicken.
Really though?
But somebody did say only Morales at Louisiana chicken and Jack's on the mom and pops though.
Yeah,
you gotta try Pollo Campero's good, bro.
Oh yeah.
Jason says no.
Yeah, somebody probably saw me stop there.
Pollo Campero's really good.
Yeah, man. You just had to throw that in, huh?
No, I had it the other day for the first time.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually really damn good, bro.
Hey, what's that one spot that you brought last time that you brought it in?
Oh, man.
Dino's chicken.
Dino's.
Oh,
yeah, they're not fried chicken though.
No, if you know, you know.
Hey man, I love how we went from
hey man, getting hungry, bro.
Hey man, you want to see something even more confusing in this top 25? Is when we break down this.
Oh, that's right.
When we break this one down,
Mount
Rushmore of Caucasian rappers. Oh my God, bro.
Who you got up there right now? That's,
I said when we break this one down. Let's not give it all to him in the live, Lou. Let's not give it all to him. You know what I'm saying?
Gosh.
Yeah, but this one right here, and just looking at this, that's Eminem, Mac Miller, Paul Wall, and Russ.
Ooh.
And we came up with other names as well too that we were like, what is this? You know, but I would say already, I already know where my number one is at.
Yep.
Same.
1000%.
So everything else I would move around, and we were talking about where's
Yeah,
Jack
man.
Harlow and
Iggy Azalea. No, my bad.
What?
Okay, she's not a man.
hey man, has there been is it Caucasian rappers or Caucasian male rappers?
I think it said white rappers.
Yeah, white rappers.
white
So
Oh yeah, so
Iggy
technically,
Azalea
yeah.
could be on here for
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Is there another Caucasian female rapper that you'll throw on here?
Is Bad Baby considered a rapper?
Bad Baby?
Remember
Yeah.
Krayshawn?
Yes.
I don't know that counts.
Krayshawn, Coochie.
Mhm.
Oh, I like
Years
her.
ago.
Yeah.
What's
I like
what's
her.
what's my mama from Ridiculousness?
Oh, West Coast Chanel?
Yeah,
West Coast
Chanel,
Chanel.
West Coast.
Fucking beast. She lyrically don't fuck with her.
Really?
Lyrically, yeah.
Really?
People clown and all that kind of shit, but
Huh.
she'll get in your ass, bro.
Wow.
Damn.
She'll get in your ass. But we discuss this one
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
up. You know, anybody want to give theirs real quick while we're here?
Those four?
Why did I know
Yeah.
it'd be you?
Of course. I know it's one spot. We're talking about the Beasties earlier. Like, I know they're a group, but it's like, can we do 3 for 1? Or is that even a thing?
You put Beasties on there?
I have to.
What about the list as it looks right now?
Oh, M is number 1. Like,
Definitely.
it's clear.
Mhm.
Mac Miller definitely up there.
You think
Paul-
M is number one?
Mac Miller. Yeah.
on this list? White rappers?
Really?
Not even close
You give Eminem your number one?
on this list.
I guess. No, just playing.
I'm about to say.
Hey man, can you imagine?
Hey,
Hey,
I was
dude,
about to say.
everybody was looking like,
What do you mean?
again, you bullshitting, right?
Yeah.
Can I throw half of Logic on here?
Yeah.
Just like right here.
Brother Ali need to be on there
Mr.
too.
Splack also
Like
said
right
that
here
they
now?
want Yellow Wolf on there.
Just like
Yeah.
right here.
And
Somebody
Riggs.
else said that too.
Oh.
Somebody else said that too. You said half of
Millies?
Logic. Logic is a beast too.
Yeah,
Wow,
he's
you
a
said-
monster,
wow.
bro.
Yeah, man.
Logic is a
Would you
monster.
put Little Dicky on here? Because that's what they're
Oh,
saying
get
right here.
outta
Hey,
Fly
man.
the Kid.
Let me
Stop.
tell you. Let me
Stop.
tell you about Lil Dicky.
He's-
Lil Dicky is very creative though.
Yep.
He is.
That man. Have you ever heard the one where he does the where he woke up in Chris Brown's body or something?
Yes. Freaky
Yeah.
Friday.
Freaky Friday. That's written so cleverly.
Oh my, that one and the one with Snoop Dogg where he like the video for it. It's like he
Dude.
walks into Snoop Dogg's office. They're all
He-
animated.
He's clever.
Yeah.
Can we throw a Slug from Atmosphere in there?
You can throw anyone in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Atmosphere we got here. Suge Knight asked that too.
Come
Yeah.
on, man.
Hey man, Suge Knight been hanging with us for almost the hour. Huh?
He's like, the guards are coming. I'll be back.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hilarious.
Hey,
Oh
man.
my.
What?
Yeah, this list is I'm going
You okay?
forever.
Or you just doing drama?
No, I'm just
Oh,
just
you
make
trying
it
to
more
get some
dramatic,
attention?
dramatic for the camera.
Okay, I thought you just over there. Lil
You
Dicky
made
on
the
Sway.
freestyle? No, he did good on that.
He couldn't freestyle here when he came.
He couldn't.
No way.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Did we ask
He
him?
struggled
Yeah,
to
you guys
freestyle.
went back and forth and you were
My man
holding a ranch
struggled.
bottle.
Oh,
You guys
like a flashcard freestyle or something like
That's
that.
funny, though.
It's struggled.
Yeah.
I want to throw something at him.
Wow, be
Dang,
nice, Lil.
Lou.
I'm sorry.
Man,
I
yeah,
should do better.
and earlier he kept saying white boy rappers.
Oh,
Yeah, you never,
I'm sorry, dog.
you never really like Caucasian rappers. man.
What are you talking about? I never
Well,
said
you got a
that.
song called I Don't Like Caucasian Rappers. Damn, man.
Damn,
we
all right.
forgot MGK. Shout
Right.
out to Only Morale.
Right.
Throwing
Oh, yeah.
MGK on there.
But it's off air, somebody threw
somebody.
MGK on as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But this is another live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
have to get out of here. I got a doctor's appointment.
All
Yeah.
right.
I gotta do a little blood draw.
I want
you know
some
what I'm
chicken
saying?
now. I want
Say
some-
what now?
Yes,
I want some chicken
I
now.
know,
No.
man. Tell me
You
about it.
guys.
Well,
Bye-bye.
there it is, man. Take it and do what you want with it.
Yep.
Pretty sure that this will be popped up and be all out of place and big sad and shit. That's why you gotta be careful with these lives
Yeah.
and all this kind of shit, man. You know, and especially when you a hip hop, vocal cord like
Yeah.
myself. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Icon.
Where icon,
legend.
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 Yeah.
Thank you.
Pioneer.
Pioneer. Oh, I
Gotta
love
be
their chicken.
careful.
I love their chicken too, man.
Groundbreakers.
Yeah. Yeah, back to that Pioneer chicken, man.
Let's go get some
But once again, man, congratulations to every lady that made it on here.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And as we were moving things around, there is absolutely no disrespect to your accolades.
Nope.
At all, man. And I hope that no one was offended by this. And I'm pretty sure anyone that was offended, they won't hear this part because it's not the part that people put up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Why somebody not do the show because something I said on here? I remember when you said such and such.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Go get Doechii. Go get Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? And then Cardi not gonna do this show anymore because Ani.
Oh,
yeah.
sorry, Cardi.
Yeah.
I love her though.
Man, you held down on that Cardi. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
something
rapper
happened,
though. All
bro.
time
Nice.
artist. She's a great artist. Top 10 artist for sure. Of my favorites.
She's more of a rapper than
Top
an
25.
artist.
Top 25.
She's more of a rapper than
For
like
sure,
a,
a rapper.
yeah,
She
100%
got
she's
bars.
a rapper.
Is she more of a rapper than Doja Cat to you? That was Diana over there.
Oh, that was
Diana off mic.
No, no, not to me.
I've heard Doja Cat rap.
Yeah,
Right.
Doja Cat has
Doja Cat can
the
rap.
rap.
Yeah.
I have to give it to Doja Cat.
Mhm.
Yeah,
All righty.
but she says some nasty things to people.
Cool.
I mean, Cardi B and her lyrics.
Oh yeah.
Shouts out to the chat.
Look at I had that one when I was 13. All right, man. But thank you guys for
Thank
hanging
you.
out with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
shout out to the chat as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
Especially
shout out.
Suge Knight. Thank you for Suge Knight for
Suge
checking
Knight,
in right there.
Only Morale. We got Fly Kid the whole
Don't
time.
start
he's been
naming
here.
everybody because then if you name 6 and can't do 7, then we didn't have no people in there.
Oh, that's true. That's a lot.
Do you see Kaisenat come on and just start naming people? No, you got 200,000 people in that motherfucker.
yeah.
That's true.
You
These
know,
just black
if
people.
we just start naming people, then that'd be like, man, we could have did this on FaceTime.
Get all of us in there.
Just come around. We FaceTime everybody one-on-one. Believe that. But thank you guys for hanging out with us,
Yes,
man.
thank
Once again,
you.
Big Boy
Thank y'all.
TV. You can find us right here, YouTube, as you're watching. Subscribe. And as they always say, man, subscribe, like, you know what I'm saying? Comment. But thank you guys for hanging out with us, man. It is Big Boy's Neighborhood, and we are gone.